You've made early childhood a cornerstone of your campaign, but while many Republican governors have made investments in early education a key part of their agenda, President Obama has faced opposition to his plans in Congress. As president, how will you convince congressional Republicans to go along with your plans and increase the federal role in early childhood education when they often insist education is a state-level issue?
Well, that's a great question. And here's what I believe we should do. As you rightly point out, 40 states and the District of Columbia now have government support for early childhood. And there are two parts of this puzzle, as you know. One, early childhood, and the other, universal pre-kindergarten. I am a strong supporter of this because the evidence is overwhelming that if you want a competitive economy for the future, your kids, our kids, have to be better prepared when they walk into kindergarten. And there is no doubt that a good quality early childhood program and pre-kindergarten would make that happen. I would do several things. First of all, why is it that some states we think of as very red, very Republican, like Oklahoma, have made a big commitment to early childhood, to pre-K? It's because the leadership there, both the business and the government leadership, took the time to get educated about the brain research. You know, by the age of 3, 80% of your brain has been physically formed. I would be holding seminars with members of Congress. I mean, if they want to vote against this after they know the impact it would have, then I may not be able to do anything about it. But I think we could win a lot of votes, just as Republican governors have won votes, by putting out the research. Secondly, put out the research by a Nobel Prize-winning economist named Dr. James Heckman from the University of Chicago. Every dollar invested in early childhood has a $7 payoff. We know that kids will do better in school, they're more likely to graduate from high school, they're more likely to stay out of trouble. We have really compelling evidence. So again, let's make the case. And I think part of our problem, as you rightly point out, is people saying, well, you know, the federal role shouldn't include that. I would take a hard look at the federal education budget, and there are some things the federal government's paying for that do not have the payoff that early childhood does. And I would take out those payments and substitute them for early childhood as an incentive for the states already doing it to go farther and for states not doing it to join the effort to try to get every kid prepared for kindergarten.